G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Flashlight Crazy, or today we're lantern crazy. Today I'm reviewing the Olight Olantern Classic 2 Lite. Let's check it out. Alrighty, here it is. The Olantern Classic 2 Lite. This thing is awesome. So, if we just check out the back there, got the high, low in warm light, high, low in orange light. So absolutely beautiful. I will go over those specs shortly, but that's just really nice to see. IPX5, so it can be used in pretty heavy rain, but I wouldn't submerge it. Also doesn't give you a drop rating. So, you know, just be careful carrying it. It does say here 654 grams, so it'll be way too heavy for my scales. Now, inside the box, you will get the user manual for the Olantern Classic. Now, first things first, the way you open it up to expose the batteries or to change the batteries. So this little hinge is pointing to the close, which means it's closed. It's not going to open. But if I want to open it, I switch it to open. Now it's going to open, and it exposes 4 areas to put these alkalines in that it comes with, okay? So it just comes with your standard alkaline battery, AA. Now, let's go ahead and install them all. And see what I'm doing? I'm installing them over this Olight flap so that it's easy to pull them out when I want it to get them out. Otherwise, it's very difficult to get your nails in there and pull them out. So there we go. There we go. Okay, look at that. It just turned on, so I'll just turn it off. That was beautiful color. Put the back on like so, and then flip it back to close. There it is, and now we're good to go. Okay, so let's just have a look. So if you can see under here, you've got 3 prongs, which is the warm light. And then see how the emitters are also down there at the top, and you have a cooler light here, or an orange light and a warm light, it says, but it does just look warm and then cool. Okay, so what happens is this is a lantern, so it's designed to be carried, you know, from the top, or hung, or sat somewhere, right? And for camping and things like that, this is actually amazing. And the reason it's amazing is because, like I showed you, you've got cooler white, and I know it says warm white and orange light, but I say cool white, warm light. So the cooler white up here is quite bright. It can get quite bright, whereas the warmer or orange white or light is beautiful for the nighttime. And let me just show you what I mean. So with the light off, when you turn this knob, as soon as you turn it, it'll turn on and you'll get the warm light, okay? So the warm light has got a low of 10 lumens and a high of 130 lumens and everything in between. See that? As you turn the knob, it gets lighter, and as you turn it down, it gets softer. That is your battery level indicator there. So steady green means you are above 60%, which is good to go. Now, watch what happens when I keep turning. See that? So now the orange light went away and we're into warm light. See? So I'm going to give it to you from this angle. So right now we've got the warm light here, or the cool white, I say. Now, as we turn that down, see the orange come on and then off. So as soon as you turn it on, you get orange, okay? Then as you turn the orange up, it will morph into the cool or the neutral, and then the neutral goes all the way up. So in the neutral, or it says the warm, and I don't like that because here's why. Before I go into this, here's why. And I'm going to clarify the way I'm talking because I'm all over the place at the moment. So look, that is warm light to me. I know it says it's orange light or amber light or whatever, but for the purposes of this interview, that is warm light. That is cool light. Because look, it's cool and that's warm. Whereas Whereas what Olight says is that is orange light and that is warm white light. I don't call that warm light. It could be neutral for sure, but I would call this warm. Absolutely. Like you feel warm with this. So warm and neutral, I'm going to say. Okay, so with the warm, as I've covered, you've got a low of 10 lumens and then you've got everything in between all the way up to 130 lumens, which is just before it turns into the neutral. So about there. Now the low of 10 lumens, you're going to have for 105 hours, which is just phenomenally crazy. And the high of 130 lumens, you're going to have for 3.5 hours. Then when it moves into the neutral, so neutral up here, this is the top, and this is 240 lumens, which you're going to get for 20 minutes. Then it's going to drop down to 150 lumens for 200 minutes. Then it's going to drop down to 100 lumens for 60 minutes. And if I turn it down before it turns back into the warm, you've got 120 lumens, which you'll get for a straight 6 hours and 20 minutes, which is about there. But the thing I love so much about this light is that it is so diverse. So you're out camping, right? And you've got this out around the campsite. You've got a fire over there. You've got your lantern over here, and your lantern is, helping you give light for when you're cooking or something like that. Then you grab the light, you walk to your tent with it, you turn it down to warm, you put it in your tent, and you chill in there, and you've got 105 hours on this low mode with 4 AA batteries that you've probably packed your car full of. So I love this light because it is perfectly diverse for all scenarios, particularly around camping, fishing, anything that you require a light for, and you've got the choice between really warm or neutral. Now, the other fantastic thing about this light is obviously the way it stands. So it can stand anywhere. It can stand on the end of a pier if you're going fishing, or it can hang somewhere off a tree if you're wanting to cook at nighttime outside, obviously. So there are many different types of Olight lanterns. This is my favorite, absolutely my favorite. With an IPX5 rated, water rated, you're not going to be worried about it getting rained on. You might be worried about dropping it in water. I would be worried about dropping it in water, but as far as getting it rained on, it's not a problem. This actually for me is a phenomenal house light because this is my go-to if we have a blackout. If we have a blackout, I know exactly where I've left my Olight lantern. I go over to it, switch it on, pick it up, and I can see. It's just perfect. It's one of the most perfect lights. Now look, me being a light reviewer, I've got friggin' flashlights stooped everywhere. Next to my bed, bloody everywhere. So I'm not gonna go without light in a power outage. But this thing is set up somewhere in my house where I know I can just grab it and go, turn it on and go. Yes, it's got alkaline batteries in it. I know alkalines are known to leak, so that is a little bit of a concern. In an ideal world, I'd leave them out of the light, but it's not a very expensive light, so I'm actually willing to risk the leakage. And of course, because they are at the bottom like this, if it was to leak, it probably it's not going to destroy any of the emitters. It might bugger up some of the electronics here, but I'm sure you could just scrape out the leakage and start again. So this is a fantastic light for so many things. I mean, look, on the warm, you want to read something and, it's a bit dark, so you just turn it up. It's just fantastic. It really is such a nice light to have around the house and to just grab and go for things like camping and fishing especially. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it outside and just walk around with it outside with the warm and then the neutral, and then we'll come back for some final thoughts and prices and where to buy. See you in a sec. So this is now what it looks like outside. So you can imagine hanging it here. You've got your cooktop here, and it's just good to go. That's the brightest output, so it's very, very effective. If you want to go dark and warm, you can. But brightest seems best. All right, so that's on the warm, and as you can see, you'll see some shadows made because the warm is coming out of that little center bulb. So you're going to see shadows from the caging that protects the center bulb glass. And if I just turn it up, too much. Just turn it up a little bit, put it in the center of the room. So you can imagine how well this is going to light up a tent. But it is a lantern, which means the light is designed to come down under it. So hanging it somewhere, it's going to give you better light. See that? You're going to get better light when it hangs, because then you can see down. But now, so warm is for in the tent, I would say. Now, no more shadows, because the light is now, the light is now coming from underneath that little rim. So now, no more shadows. Look at that. How good is that? Fantastic. And I'll just put it back in the corner. Check that out. This room's pitch black otherwise. So fantastic little light. All right, so pros and cons. I don't really have any cons about this. We've got alkaline batteries, which is nice. And I know they leak, but it's nice because you can get them anywhere. Warm and neutral, brilliant. Really, it's a really nice flavor that they've given in this. Great run times. Nice little, just easy to use knob. So I don't have any cons about this. If this is something that you're interested in, guys, go check it out at Olight Australia. They do have a sale on right now, a Christmas sale, but I'll also link it on at liteshop.com.au as well. So look, if you're in the market for something to take camping or fishing, this could be a really good thing to grab. I love it. So it's something that I like to keep around the house for a potential blackout. And especially for going out and camping and fishing and things like that. Like I said, especially when you want to cut food, it's great for just hanging somewhere or placing somewhere, and it just lights up your whole food bench. It's phenomenal, back of the truck, things like that. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Thanks very much for watching, and until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.